This latest story reading is brought to you by
The Kingdom of Laser Technology.
Poems. We got poems. I guess this would be Poetry August. So if you're watching this and it's not August, get the fuck out. We're reading Disorderly Girl from the Young America series, published by the McLaughlin brothers in New York, and I'm going to assume not authored by L.S.G. Green. I'm going to assume that's the person who owned the book. But yes, this is another 19th century book written when adults hated their children, loathed them entirely, would not give them the time of day. They would only give them pedantry and scolding. Those were the two. That's what we got out of the 19th century: pedantry and scolding. So, if you know anyone who's a pedant, they probably 200. Jesus, they're probably over 100 years old at this point. 200? Oh, whatever. Don't listen to me. Well, I'm going to read a book, but don't quote me on that. You know what? It's turn the page. Oh, right into it. Shit, are these backwards? No? Okay. The Proud Girl. Augusta turns with haughty grace from gazing on her pretty face, proud of her dress of ample spread, all gay with bows of brightest red, of golden locket, tiny chain, of rosy bouquet, she is vain. Alas, that air of pride spoils all, vexation waits her at the ball. The charm most sure all hearts to please is simple and How old is this child? Old enough to charm at a ball, I hope. Feeling very uncomfortable right now. Is simple unaffected ease, small chance of love has that poor elf, whose thoughts are centered all in self. And there she was, okay. No, she's still kind of young. I don't know, man. I don't know what you people were doing in the 1800s, but I hope it wasn't her. The Meek Girl. Oh, there's that K. And I can relate to the Meek Girl. In the old church pew, little Mary stands reading from the prayer book and open in her hands. I just straight up made up word order there. How God loves the humble, how he helps the weak. You know what, I'm not going to get into it. Putteth down the mighty, raiseth up the meek. And her sweet voice stealeth very low and clear, in each verse responsive, on the listening ear. I like how, poetry, you can just do whatever you want with a word. I guess if you were being very exacting, you could stretch listening out into 3 syllables, listening, and maybe they did, but that's not how we do it now, so it just looks weird. Meekly thus, well, we already know she's meek, don't rub it in. Meekly thus she standeth in the holy place, a lily in God's garden, clothed with meekest grace. Are we redeeming this person, or are we just piling on? Very much seems like you just want to let her know. This is who you are, and you will never change. Let me tell you all the ways that you are the thing I say you are. There you are. Meek. There's that K. Meek. Oh, I'm going to stop saying that word. Why is the word holy on the inside of the book? Shouldn't that be on the cover? Is there a page in the Bible that just says the word holy in 60-point font? I've not read the Bible. Not in a while, anyway. I don't know. That looks suspect. I think they just want people to know that maybe she's not reading the Bible. She just wants people to think she is. So she has a conspicuous large font holy on one of the pages. She hasn't turned that page in 15 minutes. Nobody seems to care. They all think she's a upstanding, God-fearing citizen reading the holy book because it has the word holy on one page. The neat little girl, fresh as any daisy, smiling in the sun, looks sweet, little Katie. Now her toil is done, and 'neath the porch's roses, while the bee flits by, sits the maiden quietly working quietly. Very neat her feet look, very smooth her hair. I really wish you hadn't mentioned her feet. Cleanliness is beauty. It makes Katie fair. Were we big on feet in the 1800s? I know I keep going back to the 1800s. That's all I've got. You could make better criticism than I could. I shouldn't say that. Why would I be doing this if I didn't think I could? Just, maybe less concentration on the feet. You can't even see her feet. She's wearing shoes. How do you know? What are you doing to this poor child that we are not privy to, that you know the status of her feet? I'm not sure I want that answer. Oh, here we go. They said the thing, the disorderly girl. For order, I feel this. For order, Sarah does not care, her battered hat, her tangled hair. At once her careless ways reveal, nor her shortcomings does she feel. But skips amidst her idle friends, from midday sun till twilight ends. Ah, Sarah, and by, you'll wish you had not wasted time like this. What? I think I just read that weird. But learned to brighten future days. Is that learned to brighten future days, a modest maiden's quiet ways. Damn, yeah, no, she didn't give no shits. Look at that. Skipping like she just farted the whole way there. A fart joke? Come on, man. You can do better than that. It's been a long day. Well, it's been a day. It hasn't been that long. Just feels like it has. Moving on. The inattentive scholars. Was that a regular type of girl? I guess. Alright, that's okay. That is a pretty cap to wear. Such a disgrace I could not bear. If I were little... Okay, we're just doing children. Alright. Well, okay, not doing children. That's a whole other corner of the internet that we'd rather not exist. We are not limiting ourselves to a single gender. Let us choose our words carefully. If I were little Jim... and yet the boys who sit behind no warning and it surely find, but seems to copy him. Please just ignore my cadence. I am reading this just for the first time. I have no idea what's happening. One eats an apple over his book, another squints with stupid look, up at unlucky Jim. Two in the corner play, a tit-tat-too, a pretty way. Yeah, we all played that in primary school. Couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting a kid playing tit-tat-too. Their master's praise to win. Please don't swing a dead cat, or a living one. Yeah, there he is. We're in a dunce's cap. Come on, give him a chance. Man, those are some high trousers. That's up to the nips. Those are. That's me. That's me in 40 years. I'm gonna be wearing trousers up to my neck that have the world's tiniest suspenders. That's the end of the book. I was hoping there was more. No, we end on my child is an idiot. Which, what parent doesn't... I shouldn't say that. Your parents love you very much. They think you're the finest they think you're the finest child. Even as an adult, they find you to be of fine fettle. What else we got? Paper Dolls book form, series number 1 to 10 kinds. Viz? I don't know what that means. I barely know what kinds means. What do you got? Estefine, Flora Fair, Miller, Payday, Little Pets, Little Fred, Baby, Dolly, Hattie, Lizzie. Series number 2, 18 kinds. Kitty Black. I guess these are like making paper dolls, and these are the paper dolls you can make. I know people probably got to that way faster than I did. Also, this is another one of the children's books from the Library of the University of California. Much like the last poetry book we read. Kitty Black, Lily Beers, Little Lady, Fanny Fair, Violet Vernon, Eva St. Clair, and Topsy? I think I'm reading this wrong. Rosebud, Ella Hall, Minty Green, Emma White, Rosa Rustic, Ruby. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Is that all one? Okay. Mary Gray, the Marchioness. Sure, the Marquis, yeah. Sarah Brown, Anadole, Nellie Naylor. Oh, dear, that's bordering on porn star name there. What are we got in Series 3? Mrs. Tom Thumb, Mr. Tom Thumb. They do not have their own book. They do not have a shared book. They have 2 separate books. They sleep in 2 separate beds. There's no hanky-panky going on in Mr. and Mrs. Tom's bedroom. They reproduce purely through osmosis. If you look closely, you'll see Mr. Mrs. Tom Thumb. Mrs. Tom Thumb doesn't even get her own name. That's very nice. But if you look, you will see Mrs. Tom Thumb budding. That's how they reproduce. I suppose that's not osmosis, but I'm just stringing words together. I'm the world's first human large language model. Minnie Warren, Commodore Nut. Huh. I should find that more amusing. Nellie North, Susie's Pets. I want to see Susie's Pets. I want to see Susie's little kitties and doggies. And whatever other animals she might like to share with us. Cary Grant. Weird. Clara West, Victoria Eugenia. Jesus Christ. Grace Lee and Cinderella. 15 cents each. That's a bargain. What's in series? 4 kinds. Red Riding Hood, Goody Two Shoes. I've heard of Goody Two Shoes. I've never read or seen any Goody Two Shoes, but it's from what I know, it's very on the nose, to be polite. Very not saccharine. I don't know what the word I want is, but it's like very, this is how you should behave kind of reading. Ida May and Jesse Jones. So if you're interested in any of these, I can't help you. Try time travel back a couple hundred years. Somebody will help you out. Go to Beekman Street, New York. Maybe they can help you. I never know how to win these. Thank you, Vincent Dill, for electrotyping this. Thank you to 24 Beekman Street for reminding me of Beekman's World. Thank you to my computer for finally, it's happened to me. It never does. Resetting my microphone settings, so I had to go back in and turn them down because it was peaking something fierce. Oh no, now I'm just rambling. Oh God, oh what do I do? Oh, goodbye.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.